game. Do people want the game part? Do a woman want a dude that's a smooth talker? Would you rather him be a more awkward person or not have that romantic edge?
Game does build up the sexual tension. So I guess if somebody were to say like, oh, you just want to do this, and you're like, okay, that's what I came here for anyway. There's no sexual tension. But I guess the game and the smooth talking builds the sexual tension that way. Like when you do it, like you said.
But you can teach game though.
You can.
You can teach game. You can teach game. If a guy doesn't have it, you can kind of teach him that a little bit.
I don't think
so. It's not for me. It's not a requirement. If you got it, it's great.
Porter like the Migos of podcasting.
What?
That's why I was cracking up.
Porter got ad-lib.
Rest in peace to take off.
Yeah, Porter just in the back. In the background, just like I think.
Yeah, I be trying to get my shit off. You know what I mean?
Mama.
Dev Nasty.
What up? Welcome to an all-new episode of the Devinwade Show. I am your host, Dev Nasty, a.k.a. Dangerous Dev Nasty, a.k.a. Choke Your Mom Out, a.k.a. Choke Your Pop Out. And of course, to the left of me.
You already know it's your girl, Walesca D, in the building tonight, looking fly as per usual.
With a freaky hat on.
This is my little New York Nick.
Bonjour.
You know, little beret. I'm giving that Parisian vibe today.
How do you...
Ooh, that rhymed! That fucking rhymed!
Yo, she's so excited. Did you see that? What the fuck is she?
Now she thinks she the next Ice Spice. Like, fuck
nah, I would be better than Ice
Wait,
Spice.
what'd you call her? Silly Fanilly?
Yeah,
oh no, she definitely coming with her silly vanilla vibes.
Yeah.
She give me like Rhythm Nation vibes, like Janet Jackson.
See, I like that. I like that reference.
It's the different Janet Jackson because you come with the leather Janet Jackson sometimes. Right now you come with like the Rhythm Nation joint.
Right.
It's like a different, like knowledge, like you come in on your knowledge type a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm speaking.
How do you figure this out though?
Honestly,
I don't understand. I don't understand the rhyme and reason. It's a camouflage pants with a graphic T-shirt with some expensive ass shoes with a plaid blazer and a fucking
blueberry on top.
How?
She said the blueberry on top.
When you know, like splash. She just splashed it on.
Basically, I don't know. I just like put it together. I'd be like, you know what? This is gonna be the standout piece, and everything else is neutral.
Some people just got it. Because if I put that on, Molly would be like, what are you doing?
Honestly, if you put it together the right way, I would be like, you know what? You got that off. It's just all about how you put it together and how you like represent it within yourself.
Confidence.
Okay.
So you gotta have that swag, that splash, that...
Oh, speaking of splash, before we introduce the man himself, somebody here, the person that we just announced, didn't know what the word compilation meant.
Oh yeah, I had to put her on.
So this is the crazy part. We talked about we're going to put together a Devinwade Show Best Moments compilation. She didn't know what compilation meant. She thought, this is the part that's sicker.
She thought it was to study real hard.
She thought it
was like an act.
Contemplation?
She thought it was a porn term. So this shows that she's been watching compilations on Pornhub.
And Instagram on
she
her
been watching.
Oh yeah, that's not what happened.
She been watching the best of the cum shots.
I've seen porn a few times. Some categories you'll see, and that was one of the categories I never looked at.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She's lying.
Because if I did, I would know what the word means. I just never went to it.
Okay. Well, she thought that was strictly for that.
I thought it was just like a porn thing.
No, it's just a loop of like similar videos, like a loop of like.
She knows she was
shit.
on there clicking on shit like the best of the cum.
Yeah. Well, that's what Sin City. That's what Sin City was.
It's like no, I don't. But you know, like when you're watching something and on the top of the screen, it's like a compilation. When you're really trying to watch what's down here, and then it'd be like a compilation on top, like in the little sidebar on the top. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
So to help Wally out, what does
I'm
the
giving
word
y'all
mean?
too much tea. Compilation.
It's a group of similar
videos on loop.
I don't know what
Hold on. Monica still don't know. But anyway, real quick. See, we getting thrown off, but this is important for you to know this stuff about us. We did a little challenge and we looked at each other's explore pages to see what kind of people we really are when nobody's around. Walesca D's instantly at the very top.
Oh my God.
At the very top.
No.
We call her Walesba for a reason. Not only does she look at the girls on our show's cheeks, but hers was naked women.
Oh my God.
With
Okay, they had a G-string on and a dental floss bra. And they were wrestling in oil in a bathtub while they throwing money on them.
No.
A lot of like gay activity.
No.
Women on women.
First of all, your Explorer page is not really a reflection of things that you like.
Specifically a reflection.
It's suggestions for things that they suggest to you.
Right. So say if I'm liking Porta Rich's page or one of y'all pages because y'all got these sexy ass photos.
But how come my Explore page is the most normal of everybody's?
Because you're not liking everybody else's page that look like you.
No. So
So
check this out, y'all. Sin City had a wholesome page.
I did.
It was just like moms and shit, just doing shit.
It was little cats in sweaters.
Keep it real, Monica. What was my Explore page like?
women breastfeeding.
You're lying. Yo, tell the truth.
That shit was women breastfeeding.
Yo, you're lying.
All
Like,
over.
this nigga, like, love
They're not
titties
even
or something.
breastfeeding at that point. They're just boobs are out.
Yo, what was my for real?
He's a titty
What
guy.
was my page for real?
Last week it was that. Today it was like wrestling and like one boob.
Wrestling.
MMA. What do you do?
Yeah.
Choking
Not
somebody out.
MMA. She
All
said
it was,
MMA.
mine is MMA and comic books. That's all my shit was, and some cute babies too. You know what I'm saying? Then she talking about some other shit. Her shit was she didn't even want to show nobody because hers is all street niggas in jail. You know what I'm saying?
With the blicky out.
Yeah, exactly.
Got the blicky
and of
out.
course, all the way to the left of her.
Yeah. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy, man. The ex-pirate professional Double P is in the building.
What are you looking at to the
All
left?
pressure. Shout to Justin LeBoy too. Justin LeBoy shouted out my move. Monica happened to send it to me, the screenshot.
Pretzel shot?
Yeah. He
pretzel.
said a lot of women out there are being in the pretzel. So y'all know that come from like Pretzel P. We pioneered that.
Pretzel
I'm the
P.
pretzel pioneer. I told you I
Pretzel
was
P.
before Philly pretzels. I just ain't say nothing. But I've been no. Seriously, I've been doing this for a long time since like elementary school. Them Jones, them Jones used to come home with me. They was filling me, and we would, you know what I mean?
Is there a difference?
Wait, the Johns were filling you in? Pause.
Is there?
No. Well,
Cream
that was-
pie.
That was
You're
cute.
talking about compilations,
I
man.
like that, but listen, not serious. All jokes aside, though, Pretzel P is in the building.
Is there a difference between like the oval pretzels and then the circle ones?
Now you could get put in both moves. The long ones is like, you know what I mean, for like kind of like the taller females, and then like the regular pretzel is like a different move. They like different Jones.
Listen, man, and we got the nasty girls in the building. Of course, to the left of me.
It's Sin City if you nasty, y'all. That's it.
Okay, that was the short one. And we got the mixed mutt with the big boo.
Your favorite mulatto Monica.
Yeah, she's
Devinwade Show.
yeah, she's here. Look, today we're gonna talk about a couple things, man. We live in different times. We keep realizing that there's a big age gap on our show between the way life was when me and Porta Rich was
Absolutely.
youngsters and the way that these girls are. Wally's almost there with us. She's in the middle somewhere.
But,
you know.
y'all in your 40s, y'all almost got like 10 years on me. Oh,
Damn.
Well, how many?
Kind of, we do.
Oh,
We
niggas
do.
don't remember their names. They ages right now, right? Y'all forgot?
No,
Y'all
that's
forgot how
40.
old
Porta
y'all
Rican.
are?
I'm 40 plus.
That's what we doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like 40 plus.
I'm 42.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 33, so you 9 years.
Oh yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, it's a big gap.
So what we talking about today, something we want to know is, do women want a man with game? Do women want a man with game? Because you get mad when niggas run game, but at the same time, it seems like sometimes when a man approach you and his approach isn't what you want, then it's considered corny. So do you want a corny, nice guy who he just don't got that?
I was just having this conversation last night. That's so crazy.
Oh, were
It
you?
was.
So what happened?
Let us know.
Talk to us.
I recently joined this dating app. And
Which
on the
one?
dating app, you can
Which
send
one?
voice memos.
Wait,
What's it
which
called?
one?
Wasn't it? Didn't I send it in the group chat?
What's the app, girl?
The one with
Hinge.
I know which one
Hinge,
he's on.
okay.
Hinge.
Okay.
So there would be like voice memos where it's just like, like on the Instagram reels, it's like, good morning, sunshine, the world says hello. And it's like, you could literally be attractive, but that right there is like something about it just makes you want to like cringe. But it's nice. Like it shouldn't make you cringe. It's like
So it's like is it like an automated message that they?
No, they did it. Like,
Oh no,
say
you
it.
can. She's saying that you can do your
You can
own
send voice
note.
memos.
But she's
Oh,
saying,
the dude you sent us those
Yes.
clips. Oh, okay. They
So
seem
there's-
like some nice gentlemen.
So what they're saying is,
I
"Good
swiped
morning,
left.
sunshine," that type of stuff on the voice memo.
Yeah.
Okay, and is it because how they sound is making you visually think
I
that
don't
this
know.
person is a way to kind of be like, eh?
I think that I have issues.
It's like they, it's
I
like they
should
look
be.
good.
I should like that.
They look good until words come out their mouth, right?
Or it's like, you know, obviously the bad guy that looks good or the nice guy that doesn't, you know, look as great.
What?
I think.
Hold on. I think she's saying you rather the dude be kind of like bad, and that he could lose some of his looks if he's got the streetness to him. Is that it? She says yes, yo. So as long as the nigga got you already know. You feel me? Like,
That's
you
No.
feel-
the toxic.
That's what I'm saying. Like I have issues.
We know it's
I know
okay,
it.
Monica.
Man,
We're here
I'm
to support you.
self-realization.
I want my guy to have a
That's
game
fine.
switch. He could put it on when it comes to me and turn it off when he outside.
Okay. So hold on. But that's the thing.
Get that.
Hold on, but that's the thing.
get
But
that.
we're talking about upon meeting the person. So he's not yours at that point.
Oh yeah, when I meet him, he better have it on. But once he's mine, he better know when to turn it off appropriately.
I would rather them not have game. I'll do it. I'll have the game.
I'll have the game.
Leave it to
No,
me.
I felt that.
No, this is too
I was
Yeah.
saying the same thing.
I felt that
was
low-key.
I would rather like. I like quirkiness, so I like any guy that makes me laugh. Is just kind of corny, kind of
Nah.
quirky. But the thing is like
Nah.
that type of quirkiness. I have that within me, so like it'll bring my quirkiness out.
You know what I hear when I hear these women say, "Nah, I'd rather be the one with the game."
Take advantage.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Oh, no,
I hear
no,
y'all
no,
like,
no, no,
"Nah,
no,
I'd
no.
rather be the finesser."
No.
If there's
Because
no,
game
hold
doesn't have finessing.
on. I just feel like if y'all saying that there's gonna be one person who's gonna be like the just super nice, super honest, and then there's gonna be one person who's gonna be articulate, witty with his
Balance,
words,
baby.
super like you rather it be you. You rather it be
Don't you think the world-
because game can have multiple definitions to a person.
Yeah.
So a person can consider game to be like a negative thing, right?
Yeah.
Like
Game's
they're
in the eye
trying
of the beholder.
right. So it can be more of like, you know, they're trying to
Manipulate.
manipulate, take advantage, that type of stuff. But then you have the game that you just said that's like witty, articulate.
Right.
So let's use it for
That's
example.
true. It is two different
Yeah.
types
So
of games.
so let's
right.
let's use this for example.
That's true.
Without giving away this movie, we watched a movie recently, with that's from you. You're in it, and in this main character set up this date with this girl that she didn't even know she was on. She thinks she's selling him something.
Yep.
He got this whole thing planned out.
That was actually
That's
fire.
game, but it was fire.
Yeah.
It wasn't. That don't mean he manipulating. That mean he caught her off guard with
Yeah.
some crazy dope
Right.
shit. So what I mean by game usually is smoothness in a way with words. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I would
'Cause
feel manipulated.
I think when it comes off, I think when it comes
Yo,
off,
Monica.
I think when it comes off like finesse and like manipulation, I think that's when the woman kind of like might take it wrong and be like, nigga, that game shit ain't working, or that game shit kind of like lame. But it be a lot of times, and that's why I said it's true what Wally's saying as far as like it's really two different types of game, because it be sometimes where like you'll go ahead and just shoot your lines and your little jokes and your little sense of humor to a female, and she actually laughing, and she might even address it as like, oh, you trying to game me up. Or you
Right,
trying
right.
to kick game on me. But she actually likes it.
Right.
And fucks with it.
Well, you never had a woman say like I used to have sometimes girls would spot it where they would be like, they fucking with me, but they're like, okay, nigga, you gonna be trouble.
Right.
Like they feel like I'm making a bad decision right now.
Like they
because-
fuck with you so hard that they're like, oh, I'm not gonna do this to myself.
or no, the thing is they do it, they're saying, I just think
He's gonna
that
do it
you
to
do this
everybody
with
else.
everybody. Like,
Yeah.
like this is dope and I'm gonna go along with it, but I feel like
I know your game.
you on some shit. You
Yeah.
didn't just learn how to do this today
Right.
with me.
Because of me,
Yeah.
I'm special. Yeah, we're not special.
Yeah, because I used to like lay out all kind of shit to make it where this gotta work.
A lot of men, since we on this topic, like, have any of y'all like had somebody run the craziest game like to the point where you was like, damn, like he killed that. Like I'm gonna actually give him that because he killed, like to the point where you were like wowed. Like for example, in the movie that we seen that someone here is a part of, that was fire.
Yeah.
Like, and it didn't really take too much for him to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? He had a little fast food joint there.
Yeah.
He set it up dope. Like, has anyone had an experience like that?
To be honest, not really. Like, I've had game, but not game to the extremeness because, again, I've always been, like, really long relationships. So I feel like the game has always been mutual because if I catch the game, then I'm kind of, like, spitting the game back if I'm feeling you, if that makes sense. So it's, like, always been, like, mutual game, if that makes sense.
But, like, I'm saying, like, did anybody, like, try to go above and beyond and get you? Because that's kind of like a part of the game.
Yeah, that's part of the game. It could be persistence as well.
Okay, well, I've had persistence. I have guys still to this day that it's like, you gonna be mine one day. And I'm like, I got a kid, I got a house, I'm waiting for my ring. Like, you not getting this. But they still waiting, so... Maybe after my first divorce, that's not happening.
I've had the feeling, but I just can't like be specific. Like I was like, oh wow, this could work.
Like you think you doing
like,
some regular shit, and this nigga y'all on a helicopter ride this day, and you do something weird that you wouldn't normally.
But it's intentional.
Actually, I'm lying. I'm actually lying because Andrew actually got me off of some game because Andrew's not the typical guy that I would go for at all. But when I met him, actually, he actually did some weird games. So this is how Andrew got me. We were in a club setting in Atlantic City. I have a friend that does MTV, and you know, he has a friend who's really big in the music world, worked with Chris Brown and all these different people, and has his own show. And so, you know, he was the little entourage for that, and I was like with my girlfriend for this. And we're in the club setting, and he's like, "Do you girls want champagne? Like, we don't have our own bottle service right next to y'all. We're in the same section." Whatever. Somebody taps him. He spilled his whole drink of champagne on my shoes. So I tell you, my shoes were soaking wet. And when I tell you, I was like, oh my gosh. So he did something really sweet. He grabbed a handful of napkins. He hit the floor. He started wiping my legs down, wiping my feet down. And then this is where he had me fucked up. He goes, "What are those, TJ Maxx?" And I said, "No, the fuck he didn't." So like he hit the floor, wiped my legs. I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet." And then he insulted me. So then I dipped.
Dog life.
Right. So then I dipped. Right. When I had to go back to the section to go meet up with my girls, he was like, "Yo, I'm so sorry. Like, let me get your number." And I was like, "No, like I'm good. I'm good." And he's like, "Come on, let me get your number. I'm gonna buy you new shoes." I said, "My number is 609." All of that. And then and the next thing you know, he took me and all my friends to New York. We had a really extravagant dinner. When I'm talking about seafood towers, this, that, we just had a really great time. And
now y'all got the baby little.
You know what?
I've been with him ever since. So now that you put it that way, I can say.
He wasn't too sweet because he insulted her.
So this is a trick, yo. Yeah. Shout out to Drew. And don't ever tap dance around. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lil Dicky, man. Because I already know that was Lil Dicky. I know that was Lil Dicky. Look what you described. You talk about Jewish niggas. You talk about
Jewish niggas. You said Jewish niggas.
But I'm saying
I didn't say that.
But you talking about Drew. You talking about Drew. You talking about his entourage. There was rappers. Right. It wasn't motherfucking Young Thug.
Well, yeah, they went to camp together, so they grew up together. Yeah. So, shout out to you.
You know what? Because that was smart. This is terrible, but part of game, we already talked about it, is kind of being a little bit like mean.
Yeah.
Or off-putting to girls. I've seen it done in a more manipulated, like a manipulative way, where I got real upset one time where I traveled to, went to LA. We had to meet this big music person or whatever. I'm not going to say who it was, but upon meeting the music artist, this girl's a beautiful girl, super talented, right? Mm-hmm. The first thing he said was, he met her, he was just like, "Yo, your music's dope, this, that, and the third." But he started telling things that he felt was like wrong with her. But it was like, he was like, "Yeah, gotta do something about them arms, a little too flabby on the arm." Like, but he was doing it like, like
he could help her with that.
It was like, I can't tell her this chick is a dime and she's just perfectly awesome. So he was like breaking down her fucking soul. I saw him do it. Like, I'm gonna attack small insecurities. Then it's like, "Come ride with me around the city. Y'all gonna jump in my crazy car and get promised all of this shit." that same form of manipulation is what record companies and people in that business will do, and a combination of both, because this motherfucker's also the type to fuck the artist. Like, it might be like, man, she might not get signed to nothing. She might get signed to this dick.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
that part.
that's how, you know what I'm saying? That's what be going on. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy.
I know that playing around or cracking jokes or dudes attack your forehead, they do little shit.
Because they think that you're used to getting all these compliments, so they have to be different.
They try to ground you.
Yeah.
And sometimes it could just be like the play fiend type shit.
Correct.
Because you got girls
Pulling
that's
your
play
pigtails.
fiend. You got women that's low key like play fiends. Because I remember that's how like I scooped like my first like little joint that I went to the prom with and everything in high school. It was in middle school when I first started like actually like, and this was like a key thing. We always remember this. But I used to like just run past her and like mess up her hair. I used to like when it is snow, I hit her with snowballs. I was bad.
That's how
and
it used to
I
be.
was bad, and I didn't know how to express kind of like that I liked you.
Yeah.
And like I wanted kind of like your attention, so I was just like a bad kid.
I think
at
that's
that
where
time.
it stems from, like a young age where boys don't know how to express themselves, so they
Or they're not taught,
And
or
then
they're
we-
not really necessarily taught that, like from.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever? I don't know if anybody's watching this. Is anybody watching that like Tyson docuseries on Hulu?
Fuck no.
All right.
Shit trash.
Okay.
Anyway,
Mike Tyson?
Huh?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Yeah.
Iron Mike.
he used to live in my
So-
neighborhood in Cherry Hill.
Yeah,
by the way.
they made a whole series without his permission and
Permission
yeah,
on there.
didn't even
So-
do
Is he
Who did
animated?
that?
Is it animated?
No. It's like with people.
Who did that?
Hulu.
But go ahead.
But anyway, that's irrelevant right now. But I was watching it, and basically, long story short, they were in the documentary. It was Mike was saying how he didn't know how to like holler at girls, like when he first really got famous and all that other shit. So he would go to parties and shit and be like, "You want to go home and fuck?" Like he just didn't know. He didn't know how to like, and he knew like that wasn't working for him. So he had to pivot.
Hold on, so real quick, Monica, that's kind of what you said that you kind of like.
No, that's not what I meant.
No, but
He's like,
that,
you want to go home and fuck, but he, you gotta understand his background. The man grew up in Brownsville. Mom was an asshole to him.
Yeah.
Like,
that makes sense about Mike because it's a story out there that Jadakiss and them told on another platform where like Mike went crazy, like not
Something
went crazy,
with
but trying
Eve,
to get
right?
at Eve.
Yeah.
And he was like very just like
he's like
straightforward.
aggressive.
very blunt.
But certain men, they just never been taught. So it's just like you either have very extreme like that, or you have either nothing at all, and then you got the people that can finesse
in between.
I think you nailed it when you said like there's definitely like different types of game. Because now when we think about it, there's actually more than just two types of game, right? Because y'all just talked about playful type where you could crack on somebody, right? Because you don't probably know how to really express yourself, but you actually really kind of like the person, right? And all this shit is cool. But then I feel as though, and it's just back to the original question, I just feel as though like there is like a real like kind of like not real ugly, but a negative type game and like a negative type vibe and energy that people be really like into. It's
or
kind of
using
like
to take advantage.
Yeah.
and not even just using to take advantage. I feel like people like it.
No, but I feel like people like the game,
unmindfully-
but then they have an ulterior motive, which makes it the
'cause
negative game.
Unmindfully, I feel like, and I don't know if the women maybe lie back to the guys, right? And the guys don't care. Because in my case, I only could speak about like just guys that I know that was kind of like in the shit like this, right? Where they're probably like, just a bunch of game. When I mean game, I mean like lies, to a woman. And women almost like accept it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if they shoot it back and go tit for tat with them. Like, fuck it, I'm going to lie to you. I'm going to finesse you. I'm going to cheat on you.
So think about it. Monica said something last episode where she said she wanted to lie to herself, right?
Right.
Like, no, this is
Right.
Monica.
Say that shit.
All right, so what did you say,
That doesn't
Monica?
sound like me.
Hold on, Monica. What did you say?
I didn't say that.
You did. You said yes. You did.
You
So,
said-
all right, so we got to plug it in. We got-
It's just the brutal, honest stuff. She was being brutally honest, and it's
I
just,
said I want them to tell me the truth, and then I'll decide if I want to lie to myself about that.
Okay.
Got it, got it.
Okay.
So same thing you said, yeah.
So basically, what I'm saying is sometimes, right? If a woman at the end of the day says, "I like this dude," I do want to sleep with this person. I kind of want this to happen. If he got to trick me to make it happen, I just don't want to be held responsible for giving up the ass. They want to be able to say like, yo, he laid out the red carpet for me. What was I supposed to do, right? You know what I'm saying? You kind of rather that. You don't want Mike Tyson to be like, hey, Monica, you trying to fuck? You know what I mean?
Doesn't he have a list?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want him to do that. You would rather him set you up with the nice situation, hit it, and then change and act different afterwards. And you be like, yo, all I know is you gave up the butt to a gentleman. He turned into an asshole afterwards. Rather than be like, yo, the nigga was treating me like an asshole the whole time and I fucked him.
Or some girls just like, oh, I'm not that type of girl, but maybe there are girls out there that like a straightforward man, like, oh, I'm just here for a fuck too. Like, let's go. And then bye.
Yeah.
I'm not like that, but there's
but
some
I'm
girls
trying
like
to
that.
figure real quick. I'm trying to figure out game though. I don't want to get tossed off of where we're at. I'm trying to figure out game. Do people want the game part? Do a woman want a dude that's a smooth talker? Would you rather him be a more awkward person or not have that romantic edge?
Game does build up the sexual tension. So I guess if somebody were to say like, oh, you just want to do this, and you're like, okay, that's what I came here for anyway. There's no sexual tension. But I guess the game and the smooth talking builds the sexual tension that way, like when you do it, you said.
But you can teach game though.
You can.
You can teach game. You can teach game. If a guy doesn't have it, you can kind of teach him that a little bit.
I don't think
so. It's not for me. It's not a requirement. If you got it, it's great. What?
Porter like the Migos of podcasting.
What?
That's why I was cracking up.
Porter got ad-lib.
Rest in peace to take off.
Yeah, Porter just in the back,
facts.
in the background, just like I think.
Yeah, I be trying to get my shit off. You know what I mean?
Mama!
Porter, it doesn't work unless you put the finger on. That's you
Grandma!
just gotta put the finger on.
I was just gonna say that for me, I think that negative. Again, when we talking about like the negative, and back to what just Dev was talking about, like I think you could still be like articulate, smooth, sense of humor, without necessarily really like kind of like, again, game. I mean, they could call it. I guess they could call if they.
That's game.
It's game.
Right. But it's the positive game. We gotta like separate it because me personally, I don't like the negative game.
So you would rather?
I don't like game to a point where like we gotta lie to each other. That and I feel as though is a thing out there that's game.
But we
and
already
there's people that's like into that. So,
right, but we know there's a negative and there's a
Yeah,
positive.
we just mean to be able to do it, period.
Right, but which one would you rather? Not even like in game in general, even if it's negative or positive, would you rather have somebody
I love a woman. I love a woman that could slick talk with me. I love a woman that could like be articulate as well. I don't need her to be like no nerd or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like even though I could deal with a humble, woman that really like ain't probably got much to say.
I think too much game at one time is what throws me off. But like overtime game, that'll work.
I don't want a girl with game. I don't want a girl. I never wanted a girl with game.
Why?
I'd rather have the girl that somehow like gets if you want to call it hunted than the one that's out there hunting. Because being game is the person that they line niggas. They're lining. They're the ones.
That don't necessarily mean
So
that.
you like the chick that gets overlooked?
Listen, game. No. I don't need her to get overlooked.
He wants the thrill of the hunt. Like he's an animal. He doesn't want to be hunted.
And I know like they got game. Like, all right, for example, y'all break up, they single, they back in the world. They the ones that know how to line up. Oh, there go that nigga. I like that nigga right over there. Johnny Smith. And they set the trap.
Talking about Johnny's.
Listen. They set in the trap. You feel what I'm saying?
Really, how did Johnny get you?
Whoa, God,
Johnny Smith.
I like to.
No, we're talking about the hypothetical Johnny Smith. How would Johnny Smith get you?
Yeah, we want to know how can he get you?
Right. Oh, that's smart. That is smart.
Yeah.
I think
Get out your pens and papers, niggas.
I think you gotta be yourself. I think that's right now. If you to get Wally today, be yourself, and also too like I'm the type of person like if you gotta learn and know how to have a conversation.
Learn
like I
and
need to be
know.
sitting here and be able to talk to you about, and like we could sit here and be like, yo, like talk about life shit. We can talk about work shit. We can talk about business shit. We can talk about family shit. I need to be able
So conversation
to
turns you on?
have some type of conversation
So
with
you're a
you.
sapiosexual.
But what's the but this is the thing. We can't
That's
get
my song,
we
too.
can't
My
get to the
song, too.
we can't get to the conversation. What the intro
Yeah,
gotta
how
be
did you
like.
get to
The
the conversation?
intro
The
is the
intro?
first thing. You gotta get in there.
Man, you gotta be.
I think you gotta just
Gotta
be
be
yourself.
honest.
Just be like, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I think you, whatever. I mean, I don't know because I've never,
Listen.
I had very different,
Nah.
the way I've met guys is normally through other people. So it's somebody else introducing me.
I'm about to come in like the Migos. It's my turn.
No, seriously. For me, like a lot of the guys I've met have been introduced through other people, to be honest.
So hold on, real quick, Rich. This is a part of game. This is a part of game. Because it's very important to figure out, we're talking about the intro here. So I disagree with Porter a little bit that honesty is needed in the intro. Because a chick can meet me and not know I have any plans
Right.
on wanting to fuck with you. She could think, this nigga doesn't like me at all. And the
Right.
whole time I got a fucking master plan going on. I gotta have her. And you got it off the intro,
Yeah.
kinda. Just like getting a job. The person who refers you is very important.
Very.
Everything we used to do, we used to line up parties and shit like that and have it set up almost, whereas like the homie gonna look like the man when he come here. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, he invited somebody to come through to an event. We gonna make him look good when I talk on his behalf. Oh, you know my man Mike? So that nigga, he that nigga. Solid nigga. Da-da-da-da-da-da. We're the ones seeing how he is treated by the people around him.
But what
References.
what if it's not one of those scenarios? What if it's just a scenario where you just meet somebody out, just raw, regular yourself?
Yeah, that's
and just,
That happens
and just,
too.
and just shoot your shot. And this is why I'm a fan. Again, I'm a fan of just being straight up honest for the most part. If you're gonna have game as far as like sense of humor, witty with your words, slick little lines when you're complimenting the motherfucker. That's different. That's acceptable. But I just feel like honesty is definitely needed because we in a time right now where like,
But like honestly, like what would be the first thing you'll say?
Right.
I mean, the first things you normally say when you meet somebody.
Let's get it.
I guess, you know,
I need a role play
I
right
don't know.
now.
Do you have somebody? Are you seeing somebody? Are you dating? Would eventually be one of the first questions, right?
Well, no. We saying like when you, so say we out, right? And
Right.
then you see me and you be like, you know what, let me go see what's up with that. Say hi to her or whatever. You're not going to go in and be like, hey, are you dealing with somebody
He
right
would
now?
be. I think that he would. I think he's
He might.
respectful.
I'm the type. I'm very straightforward.
Yeah.
I'm the type. I don't have like no whole lot of game.
No. I know. No, I'm not saying you're gonna be coming with game, but I'm saying if you seen another woman out right now,
Yeah, like hit us
you're
with
not
the role
first
play.
thing. The first thing is not gonna be like, hey, you seeing somebody? The first thing
Well,
is like, hey, how you doing?
Again,
My name is.
This is, you know, we'll talk about this in another conversation because me and Dev was just talking about this. But for me, for real, we're dealing with women, right? And pushing up on women. For me, women don't push up on men. That's why I was saying earlier, it was hard for us to even answer that question. That was a question for really Sid and Monica, right? Because we don't know. Women, in the history of time, women don't really like push up on men. It's like
It's rare if you find a woman that's like that.
It's
yeah.
rare.
The person
So
I'm
my
dealing with
thing-
now, I pushed up on him.
so-
It was the worst decision I've ever made.
So Monica, look, my thing be this though. Like, if I do see somebody dope, right, that I think is up my alley, my cup of tea, me and Dev was just talking about this. I kind of like look for like a little hint. Cause if I'm giving you kind of like a hint, a vibe, and I'm staring, you see me stare. Let's say you see me stare. I almost sometimes. I'm just saying. Sometimes I look for like a little hint.
So you looking for
Bro,
like
you looking for body language.
You
a
look
little body
you do
language.
like
A little body
the
language.
peacock mechanism, like, oh, I'm gonna do my little thing over here, and if you reciprocating that little thing over there, then I'm gonna come
Yeah, I
in.
think most of the time, if you see somebody and they see you, I think, and you trying to give off that energy, like
You
you're
can
about to
always
make-
catch
you're
if
about to
they're
make
around.
an
Hold on,
approach.
real quick, but wouldn't that limit it to physical attraction? Because put it like this, I don't look at it
That's a
like
good point.
I don't look at it like I'm going to bag every joint off of physical attraction. So for me, I'm not going to always be honest. I'm not going to lie, but I'm just going to figure out a way for us to be in each other's presence further.
I think it's
You know
always
what I'm
I
saying?
think it's always about physical attraction first, unless you meet them through somebody else who's able to say like he's a
Correct.
really great guy.
Correct.
Then you
That's
look
true.
past
That's
the looks.
so that's the only reason why I
yeah.
said that, because Wally said somebody introduced them. In a
Yeah.
situation where they just saw each other out and about,
Right.
sometimes you got to find a common ground of
Right.
something else to see if you could get. It's basically buying time.
Right.
So if he walk up and he just like, yo, how you throw together that what you do? Boom, 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 boom. Now you know you styling. Oh, I'm gonna plug you with somebody. Now we got each other's information.
And now see, that's a normal. Now you gave a great example because that's more like me. If I do like you, right? If I do see somebody that I like 9 times out of 10, it probably is because of they like style as well. It's what they look like. You know, they probably got some shit on or whatever. And sometimes I might make an approach like that. I might make an approach and open it up with a compliment. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you killing that shit right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or yo, your hair, that hairstyle is fire on you. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. And go from there depending on the, the response.
So you're gonna
Depends-
lead in with a compliment.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
And I feel
But-
like a lot of
No, I just told
What's
you. I told you. I will figure out how that we can still be in the same circumference.
Right.
Somewhere there. Even with sometimes if I see the certain scenario, don't engage.
That's
right
how you
now,
got your girl
today, my girl I met because she was a makeup artist and I'm a photographer. So we literally met on
But how did you keep-
on the job. It was the same thing. It was like I actually met her on 2 different photo shoots.
Okay.
So it's like I meet her again, and then my homie, so it's reference based. My homie was the person that she do his hair and shit like that. And so I'm asking him like, yo, what's up? Like, is that you? He like, nah, that's my hairstylist or whatever like that. So I kind of got the go from him. You know what I'm saying? So you got a good reference
Yours
point.
was kind of both. It was like physical at first, and then like you got the reference, and then
But what I'm saying is I'm not getting I'm not looking at her like it looked like she feeling me. I'm not even thinking from that. I'm thinking, how do I get
Getting
another
in.
interview?
Yep.
How do I get another interview? So if the problem that men have is this, a person will meet somebody, make it a business exchange. The whole time they thinking like, I would want to date this person. When they shoot their little shot or hint they shot and they don't reciprocate, niggas will fall out and not want to do business no more. That's the bitch shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Right,
supposed to just be like, oh, that ain't it, and then keep it professional.
Right, right.
Still get them the
And
gigs,
that's-
still do whatever you was going to do. Hey, I mean, it was an attractive woman. I hollered.
And I
Pettiness.
feel that it's the same when it comes to if one person, let's say y'all meet each other, and let's say one person want to take it maybe to a further extent than the other, and the other don't want that. That's why I understand what you're saying in certain scenarios. You got to know what you kind of like looking for and what you want. Because if it is a scenario where you just trying to like really, I guess, just be friendly with somebody and not really get to know them to like a relationship extent, then I think that could be let known too. That's why I'm so big on honesty. Again, it always reminds me, it always brings me back to the gem story, because it was me trying to tell her like, yo,
here we go. Here
no,
little
for real.
gem.
and she was honest. She could have like finessed me if she was that type of person. She could have said, "Oh, this nigga really feeling me," and started reeling me in
And using that to
lining
her
me up.
advantage.
And she was on some shit, you know. And I respected the honesty that she was like, "Nah, I'm cool with where we at. I like what we got. Let's just keep doing this."
So let me ask y'all something, because y'all still, well, really Monica the most, and then of course Porta. Wally's always in the, I don't know where zone.
I'm just dating, guys.
Yeah, she's here. So one of the ways, obviously, that's different from the time that I grew up. When you met a chick, if you was never going to see her again. It's like you could be somewhere out, you see her, you will never see her again. There's no go to the internet.
There's
you
nothing.
saw the person she was with. I could look through their friends list, all the shit that people do. It was ask now or you're done. But now people could easily be like, yo, what's your IG? Do you think the what's your IG or social is a more non-invasive way to spark it off? Do you think that?
Amen. Absolutely.
And not even that, like, you don't even have to ask them for their IG these days. Like, you could just know the location they were at, look at some tagged photos,
Damn.
and then you could find them like that on some investigation shit. But that's just me.
But no, but for the most part, men aren't doing that. For the most part, men, even for me, like if I if I see a guy or whatever, and I'm like, you know, we chat and we vibe, and I'm like, yo, like, let's exchange IGs rather than numbers, because numbers can be a little like intrusive
but back
for me.
to what Dev was saying.
But you can still go and look and see, like, okay, let me see what's going on here, and then take it from there. But
hold on, real quick,
wait,
Monica.
back to what Dev was saying. That's where a lot of niggas really fumbled up, because I'll be like, no, I don't want to give you my number because it's too personal. And I'll be like, I have an Instagram. They'll be like, oh no, I don't want that. It's like, all right, well, you could have had your way in. Like, you literally can do the same thing on Instagram and phone number.
Another reason why I think it's good to hand out Instagram. Sorry, not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But you know, another good thing to do about giving out Instagram is because when you do text messages and somebody hit me up, I don't know who Larry is from last week. If I have your Instagram, then I have a reference to go back and see who I'm actually talking to.
So, beautiful thing, reference. A person could meet you, and if you not their cup of tea off of a physical thing, you ask, exchange IGs. Now they're at your IG, they could see it's a reference of your life. Some people could falsify it, but for the most part, they could look on there, oh my God, that's his son, he's so cute. Oh, this is where he work at. Oh, he knows such and such. You see a life, and if a nigga is up or he popping or he doing something or he got a talent, he on there singing, all of a sudden the chick is like, oh shit, this nigga singing in a jail cell, Monica, and then she wanna fuck you.
I was definitely going to just follow up. I mean, you pretty much on what I'm on. That, like, I think Monica said it. Like, it's crazy. I think Instagram is actually better than getting a girl's phone number, right? I think Instagram is actually better. I just want to ask y'all this, and I'll start off with saying, me personally, why I think it's better is because I feel like you could kind of like get to know, kind of like get a vibe for each other, like Dev said. You actually see the pictures. You know how many people we used to talk to back in the day where you get the number and the first question you ready to ask, you just don't want to ask. It's like, yo, send me a picture. Especially if you don't remember because you was tipsy at the club. And we've all done it, men and women, where they want, that's the first question they want to ask. So why not already get a contact where the pictures is there?
Somebody really tried to trick me and was like, send me a picture because I want to put it to your profile, your contact picture. But it's really because they literally didn't know who I was.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? That was respectable, because even when I remembered who they were, I used to I don't really do that no more. Does people actually put the pictures for every person?
They only do it for important people, I think.
I don't do that at all.
Well, sometimes, like, if your contact, you can update your like. So if your contact comes on their message, right? You don't have them stored, and you save them, and it says this person has a profile picture of
like
themselves,
their Apple
ID. You can upload it.
And
their Apple ID, so you don't have to ask for a picture.
Yeah.
You can see like what the uploaded ID is.
I used to put specific pictures for every person. We've been over there.
What do y'all think about now? Tell me this: if you are the person that exchanges your Instagram with a person, right, instead of your number, right, and you do that with like people. Let's say 5 years go by, right, and you've exchanged your Instagram with multiple people who've you just gave a shot to follow you and see if something sparked from there, some interest. Now
you got a roster.
When it don't, let's say if it don't nothing jump off, like, and y'all really like realize that there's nothing there, it's not no compatibility or whatever. Do you unfollow these people?
Nah,
do they unfollow you?
I don't unfollow them.
They just become a part of
They just become a part of like your followers, and then if they start putting weird shit up, then that sometimes I unfollow people.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I've unfollowed people because I don't really like. No. But I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense
that he unfollowed.
He's the type to literally say, no, I don't want the Instagram because you didn't give me my number.
Hold on, Rich. She tries to put you in the category like when a chick get a boyfriend, they delete her.
Downstairs, she just called me a dick eater. So I called her a hooker.
He called me a hooker.
I called you a hooker after the dick eater because basically what I'm saying is she's disrespectful when it comes to me. And I love her. It's cool. I'm her punching bag. Like, I mean, I've been that for other people in my life. It's cool. But yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like
I think it's smart.
Yeah, I think the Instagram is smart though. Like, I just think, it's just easier
because it's not necessarily a dating app either.
After you exchange your Instagram with 10 niggas that want to talk to you, you actually think that when you finally marry the one guy, you think they gonna be 10 good followers?
So this is what you're gonna do. Let me tell you something.
They might be.
You know what I do? For the most part, my page is public. So for me, like, if people be like, yo, like, let's exchange Instagram, I'd be like, oh, just follow me on Instagram, whatever. You don't necessarily got to follow them back. I'll just go and look at their page, see what they got going on. Like, oh, okay. I don't necessarily follow everybody when they talk about my page is public. We don't need to exchange anything. Like, go put shirts Walesca D, and you can see. Like, there's no like requesting. We're in a space where you can just pull me up. I don't necessarily gotta follow you. That don't mean I'm gonna like your content.
I don't want me personally.
I don't want you in my algorithm.
Me personally,
and I don't want you. Say nothing.
I'm not sure she's trying to get me on shit, so she can get me back on my Migo shit. Nah, but my thing is just like I'm probably not going to be Petty Porter because I can be Petty Porter, and I'm probably not going. But eventually, like for real, if I do meet somebody, like I just don't think it's going to be healthy if you got 10 Jones over 5 years that you've been tried to kick it with them or y'all followed each other. And then once you go ahead and lock in with somebody, now you on some relationship type vibe. Let's say your whole page turn into that they gonna. I'm not saying to go unfollow them, but I'm just saying if somebody did.
But I feel like those people filter themselves out. Like even though they might not be good followers, like they they gonna unfollow you. But people that might like seeing couple shit, like there are people that follow couple goal profiles.
Not men.
Like
see, if
not men, but that's what I'm saying. They will filter themselves out, and the people that are meant to be there will end up coming back in. So they just really replace each other.
If they unfollow you though, because you said they kind of like wear they self off.
Yeah, and if I post Andrew, I lose like 10 followers every time,
which is good. But if they unfollow you, me personally, when I think about the Petty Porter bag, you're wasting my follow. So I might hit the unfollow button. I don't follow.
I don't police it.
Porter, you follow because
my follow I feel like has value to it. Like it's like I'm just saying for me, like when my Instagram, I don't want a whole bunch. Y'all gotta understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying value like I'm some fucking body.
No,
I'm saying I don't want my page, my feed to be everybody you follow. When you follow a bunch of people like that opens up. They shit. When they follow you, they got access to kind of like your shit. But I don't think your algorithm is going to run their shit all down your shit until you follow them back.
So outside of the IG thing, I just start thinking about something that Monica said was like, well, what's my way? I can't speak to my way now because I've been out of the game so long. But when I was younger, my way was literally making everybody else. I used to kind of be like, once I found a true outrovert or whatever you want to call it, like I really was a person that can't be embarrassed. I'm wilding. I could be in public and everybody could be looking at me. I would make a public display, middle of the food court, in front of everybody. I would make it like...
Some girls like that, but like for me, I hate that. I hate the guys that are the center of the attention.
It used to work for me like crazy. I would fucking be Def Jam parties, big shit in the mall. Like they would have a party in the mall. If I saw some coming down the escalator, I might be on one knee in front of everybody. The whole crowd is fucking with me. When they get down there,
that's what's attractive, when they see other people like gravitating towards you.
Like I'm talking about everybody like, yo, bull kicking, yo, he's shooting his shot. Yo, let him get that number. I literally would be like, yo, you're not gonna give me your number in front of 1,000 people. You gonna really have me looking crazy.
That sound like you won the championship and then she did the choice. Like if she could win with you or lose.
Him the number. She said yes.
And luckily, exactly. And my shit used to go like that, yo. And then they would fuck with that. They would always bring up like, yo, this nigga, when I met him, did some nut shit. Yeah. Exactly. I would just be like, fuck it. Even if I would have got to know, which I'm lucky I didn't, I would have just played it off. I would have probably ended up bagging somebody else off of that. Like, damn, you got shot down. And next thing you know, I've been hitting
shoulder to crime, right?
Yeah, that type of thing. Oh, another thing. Classic. At the bar shit. Do you believe if a man buys you a drink, that warrants him at least a short interview, something small, like he bought you a drink and now he want to have a conversation?
I wouldn't mind the conversation. He bought you a drink, like.
So you think
I would mind it, but I still have to do it.
What
you don't want to do it, then don't accept the drink.
But I want
so not accepting a drink is kind of...
Yeah, if I don't want to talk to somebody, I honestly don't accept the drink.
Yeah, I'm not going to
accept it. But if I accept the drink, it means I'm willing to give you like a ha, a little kiki, a little chuckle. But other than that, I'm not accepting the drink if I don't want to talk to you.
Because I'm trying to think about this in detail, because some niggas, what they do is they obviously walk up and ask you on a drink tip. But then there's dudes that
just send it over.
It used to be a boss move. Now it could be boss or it could be intimidation.
Right.
It's like shooting from across the street instead of walking down on a nigga.
What I
I actually like that one better though.
What?
I like the like
Send
not
in the
comment,
drinks.
just send it over.
Yeah.
If you gonna do it, just do it.
You know
Don't
who does
ask me.
that?
You
know
give
who
me
does
the
that?
choice to come approach you.
Older men,
do,
I
they
literally
do.
just like, I know they're not going to want to talk to me, so I'll accept the drink. And then they'll be like, all right, well, enjoy your night. I'm like, thank you.
But do they
The younger
do they
ones-
ever send the shot? Boom! I wounded her. She caught the shot. Right? She drinking it. Now I get to walk down on my prey. Now I get to walk down on it because you sipping it. Hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? Whatever. Is that how it works?
Where he walk over and be like, oh, I got a man, but the drink's good, thank you.
I can see Wally doing that because Wally just nice. So she still wants to do by the drink, even though he get there and he probably not up her lane and not
I'm
up
still
her
gonna
cup
have
of
the
tea at all.
conversation.
She's still gonna be nice.
Because I feel bad. Because my thing is like, this person used their own money to purchase you something. Like, come on now. Like,
Yeah.
at least have a conversation.
And you
something.
wanted that free drink.
That's what I said.
I mean, that too, but
see, she's accepting it.
But
She's not going to not accept
I don't
it.
always. If they're asking me, sometimes I'll say no. I'll be like, no, I'm okay, thank you. I appreciate it though.
Right.
Like,
It
thank you, but
depends
like,
on
nah.
the vibe
when
of
they
the
tell the-
approacher. It depends on the vibe of the approacher. So if a guy comes over and you could tell like he has an ulterior motive to this drink buying game.
Ulterior is only one motive. He likes you.
No.
Well, no, I know
There's a
that.
lot.
But there's some guys that could buy you a drink and they could be like, oh, you got a man, that's cool. I just thought you were attractive
Yo,
and that
the-
was it.
listen.
Or there's men that will do it.
Damn, nigga,
and
you went all over my head.
they can't take no for an answer. There's two types of guys. The guys that can take no for an answer and a guy that can't take no for an answer.
Nah, 'cause
and you
Sin-
can catch the vibe.
Put the
Sin
shooter
been
down.
on,
Just say it.
Sin been on some shit lately with really hitting shit in the head.
You know,
and being on point.
I'm
And-
good at hitting shit on the head.
No, not chill out.
Sin City, if you nasty.
Listen, but for real, I was gonna say that earlier that it's definitely off the vibe. And when I think about the vibe of like somebody buying you a drink, right?
Yeah.
It just makes me think of this Dahmer series. Come on,
Come on, bro.
but I gotta think about that scene when Dahmer was in there with the guys and they was like, are you gonna buy us some drinks? And the nigga over there looking weird like Shaggy.
So you did go back and watch it.
No, because the backstory of that, he was coming in there often, and he finally, because they basically said like, "Oh, here he go again."
Yeah.
Like,
But
when
he always
somebody
in here
with
not
that-
shooting no
listen, when
shots.
somebody with that vibe tries to buy you a drink, you shouldn't have took the drink. You
But you
shouldn't.
gotta
But the
think
thing is,
about it.
bro, what vibe you think he had? The
exactly.
dude's acting. No.
But good thing that guy didn't take the
doesn't
drink.
mean that you deserve
You're
to be
watching a
murdered.
movie. The dude was a decent looking dude that was in shape. He was smooth.
Who was decent?
The nigga
Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, he
you
was.
watching
He
a
was.
movie. The regular guy, he really was bagging niggas because he was that guy in that
Right,
community.
yeah.
But I'm also watching like his body language and everything about him.
Bro,
But
what
you're
was
just
it?
actor. But
hates the
Richie,
word.
you're not. But
The
you gotta think about it,
word.
Richie. You're not gay, so you don't understand why.
Hey, Porter,
they
you're
like
watching
that.
a movie. This is an act. No,
No, the
nobody has.
actor did amazing. No,
Porter,
disrespect to the
Porter,
actor. The
there's
actor
no
did amazing.
footage
Porter,
of
what's
him
the
bagging
dance?
a nigga.
What's
There's
the
no
dance?
footage. This is a fake
Yeah,
interpretation.
this is
what's the dance?
imagination.
I just feel
To the dance.
for me, I just feel like the vibes that he
dance.
was
To
on,
the
like
dance.
the vibes that he was on, I would have been like. First of all, of course, we ain't letting no guys buy no guys no drinks anyway. But I just
It's a
think
gay
But that's a gay club.
for like a woman, same thing.
All right, but Porter, let's be fair. Let's be fair, Porter. There was dudes, right, that we could look at. They're insane now. They were serial killers. They mostly killed women. They was on the same time.
Charming, attractive.
Ted Bundy had
Ted
all
Bundy
the
the
bitches.
bitches. He
This
yeah.
nigga was like, he was that guy, but he was chopping them and killing them
And
and, doing all
breaking
that.
jaws and shit. Like,
Yeah,
that
but
shit's
the
wild.
nigga was that guy because they also say that some of them weird quirk people, not to get on this, that they're master manipulators. It feels weird or you see it afterwards, but they don't get 27 victims for no niggas can't even bag 27 bitches in 2 years.
They were
And
doing
this-
it in like a
Well,
week.
listen, that makes sense that
Yeah.
somebody would be a mastermind like that
Yeah.
because if you're able, right? If you're like a killer, a rapist, and somebody who tortures people, and you able to really like, kind of like turn that off and turn on a whole charismatic, charming. That's
They're not,
but
they're not
they don't-
turning it off. That's just that's their way.
Bro, they have what they do is too. If a person they come across harmless.
Yeah.
He's kind of scared to even talk to you. He's quiet. He comes across. You don't think when he gets you in the crib, he busting out the chainsaw and now he ready to get busy
Right.
because the way he approached was kind of like awkward, like I don't really know.
But he was always awkward.
Soon as
and
Dahmer
timid,
got him
too.
in the crib, he started locking the doors though.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know what y'all talking about, but
Yeah,
niggas
right.
is weird.
But I just wanted to know those things, like if that grants that, because some women will be like, yeah, he bought us drinks. You brought up the fact that when you went on your first date or whatever it was with Drew, he took your whole team out.
Yep.
So is that a part of the rules? We doing this to help the single guys out there. Do you send a drink? Do you send a drink to the whole crew of girls if she's with other people?
The funny thing is that Andrew literally whispered to me, he was like, I got you. I don't know about everybody else. And then the moment we all sat down, he was like, everything's on me. I'm like, how you whisper to me you only got me? And then the moment we all sit down, you're like, guys, get what you want. Everything's on me.
obviously a good look.
I guess it depends on like the scenario, right? Like if you see the girl that you like, right, and she's with like her and her homegirl, and you're sending over a drink, and then again, do what you can do. Like this is not something that's required, because if you could only send one drink to the person that you like, send the one drink.
Yeah.
I'm not saying sit here and buy the team everything.
I was cool off him saying everybody's man for himself, I got you, and I was cool with that. But
exactly.
But when he sat down and said, I
time,
got everybody, I was like, oh, that's a little different. But if that's what you want to do.
But it's not a requirement, is what we're saying.
Not at all.
Now, if you want to, if you got it and you want to like send her and her homegirls like a drink, you can do that as well. It's all what you can do within your means.
But that's mixed signal too, because now you a homegirl gonna be like, oh, he like me. No, he like me. He sent me a drink. He sent both y'all a drink.
I was going to say that. It's a part of the game. I've done it. It's a part of the game. Because what you said at the time was Drew didn't have you bagged yet.
Yep.
He don't got you bagged yet. So if you show up and you got a couple steamers with you, I don't even know if you all the way in yet. But there go another steamer.
Right.
So now when I'm treating everybody, I'm kind of damn near on a date with 4 bitches in a sense.
Exactly.
Same way when a nigga send them drinks
And
over
one
to
of
the
his
team.
friends.
Look, you send the drinks over to the whole team. You could get over there and the one you really wanted got a whole nigga.
Right.
You might get over there, oh shit, she got a whole ring on her finger.
Yeah.
You know.
It opens.
Yeah. Switch to Audible. This one right here is doing what...
It's an investment. It's literally an investment.
Do that mean
He didn't shoot a direct shot.
If you could, sometimes you end up fucking 2 of them. You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes this happens too, though. So if a guy wants you specifically, all right, for example, for the guys, if you want a girl specifically and you're sending her and her homegirls drinks, let the person know, the one that you're sending over to give them the drinks, that to say it to the one person, like, hey, this guy wants to buy or is sending over shots for you.
No, they're saying don't do that.
No. What I'm saying is...
He's saying if you're targeting...
If you're targeting one person,
You're trying to get
that's
nice
what you
to the
should do,
group.
because, again, like we said, it might get confusing. Well, which one does he like?
Or it's easy. You could send the person you like something nice, like the Casa, something like that. Get everybody else beer.
I would literally piss myself.
I'd be like,
Yo,
what the fuck is this?
shorty right there. Yo, shorty right there with the joint. Give her like a double of Casamigos. Her 4 girlfriends, get them O'Douls. It's not alcoholic. I don't even know if they drink or not.
I might be a bad. I'm like, is he trying to get me wasted so he can take advantage of me?
That would be terrible.
He might be. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, if a guy did that with me and my homie, I would laugh and think that shit is funny.
No,
like,
it is.
That shit would actually be like, yo, like,
now what would you do?
Shit.
What would you do? Because some of these niggas is like mind readers, just pimps. What would you do if you went to the joint with 2 of your girlfriends? Y'all get to the bar. All of a sudden, your drinks just come to you, and they are very close to what you would drink. And it's like, that gentleman took care of it. He just, by the style of looking at y'all, he was like, she fuck with this. She probably wanted this. Would that, in a sick way, make you kind of like, I fuck with him?
Yo, low key, I would be like, wait a minute. Like, either you did your research.
You been stalking me in the club.
No research.
No, but like in my head, this is what I'm thinking. I know whatever he did, but like in my head, I'm like, either this nigga did his research, ask the bartender, what does she drink? If they know, like I'm making all these.
You just walked in.
No, I know that, but this is what I'm thinking in my head, which would make me believe like, yo,
She looked
I
like
want
a
to get to know
tequila.
him.
She looked like a tequila. She looked like a Henny.
If he'd be like, yo, like send her over an old fashioned. She likes bourbon. She doesn't want it right. Yo, I would die.
I'm gonna tell you what is good. Women love a person that remember them and makes them feel special.
Oh my goodness.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell
that's
you
so
this.
true.
So I'm gonna tell you this.
Chick-fil-A order?
So if you know, hold
Make
on.
it intentional.
Hold on. You heard what she said? Her
Attention.
Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A
order.
Consideration.
In the future, she's going to be in somebody's fuck scene.
No, then Amber don't got that.
Remember,
Especially if she
remember
like
what
Chick-fil-A.
I know.
it's listen, when people watch the movie that we talked about,
You'll
it's so
understand.
crazy that she said what she
can we
just
stop
said.
talking in code about the goddamn movie like we not promoting it? Money Lovers is the movie.
Money Lovers.
We in it.
Money
It's
Lovers.
coming soon.
Money Lovers.
Kyrie
Yeah, you
Terrell,
dance
shout out
around
to
it.
the
We
whole
just
team.
don't, we
I
just
know
don't
why
want
they
to
keep
give
talking.
away scenes.
Y'all didn't give away scenes, but you can promote the movie.
I was
We're all
wondering why
promoting
it
the
was
movie.
secret.
Yes,
Y'all keep
talking in code and
also
shit.
Money Lovers is the other name. Money Lovers. She knows
love of Monica.
she understands it.
No, but
I didn't see it.
intentional, not just gifts, but intentional thoughts for
Yeah.
that person or
Yeah.
whatever. That's the key to my heart.
Yeah.
It could be, and it could be something as small as like, a plant.
Something
you
you
know,
mentioned.
like I wanted this specific plant.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it, and then randomly I get this plant. Anything like it's
But
just
in that bar scene, if you
Where you
didn't
gotta
have
guess.
the balls to holler at the chick the first time you saw her, but you remembered Wally had an old fashioned, you was next to her, you was ear hustling, you saw that's what she got. If that stick in your mind and you out another week, 2 weeks later, you at the same spot, she hit the bar and you walk up an old fashioned for the lady, an old fashioned for the lady.
I'm gonna be like,
It's lit.
You know, in reverse, because I'm a bartender. If I see somebody again and I already know what they drink and I already do it before they order it, they look at me and they're like, "Oh, that's how I get extra tips."
I did that. But I did that in retail too. Like what a person be like when you remember people's names. Be like, yo, what's up?
What if they bring you a marijuana plant?
Well, that's not intentional for me.
Is he still gonna end up planting something in you?
Nope. Sorry.
So like I'm about to get this bitch high. Listen. Y'all give us all y'all dating, hollering tips, everything like that. Anything you think we missed, make sure that you put that in the comments. We got the wheel out, and we got the wheel out.
My hair just got tall all of a sudden.
Listen, we got the wheel out. You know who's going to talk us out today?
Who?
What during the twerk break?
Who?
It's going to be Walesca D. Porta Rich. You know,
I'm just throwing this money.
Porta Rich.
just gets
You know to bring your ass around here. Porta.
Trick Daddy, gotta go.
Let's get the honorary spin on the wheel.
Y'all already know. Y'all gotta tune into the Devinwade Show.
Hold on, we ain't start yet.
I know. I'm just saying.
Twerk break!